I believe one day we all Nigerians will say we will no longer accept the wrong thing. And the day we all collectively say we will no longer accept the wrong thing, we, the political class, will behave normally. People must reject us if we behave wrongly. Maybe one day we will have 2 big buildings in Abuja where we'll have places where we put pictures of people, even if they are dead, and say these are the people who really messed up this country. So that their grandchildren will come and know that their grandfathers were part of the problems of the country.
Okay, good luck, Ebele Jonathan there. I don't know. Sometimes you cannot take away the truth from him. Jonathan may not have been the best of presidents, but you cannot take away the fact that he was a sincere man, and he is still a sincere man. Of course, in the last election, a lot of us also were disappointed that he tried to be as was building. I don't know what was the use of all of those bridges he was building. He was dancing here and there. At some point, it was going to affect his reputation. However, we isolate all of that and focus on the message he has dropped, and then his timely message reminding Nigerians that the ball is in our court. And like we used to say in our local palace, now we hold the left, now we hold the orange. The day we say we are tired of all of this mess and nonsense, we would do what is needful. And he said there that clearly, two very important statements there, literally. And then the first is that Nigerians can determine the end to this current menace and mess we are in. That only Nigerians can end this mess, not the politicians. So we have to be the one to tell them that we are done. So until we are done, it is still their own, right? Every day for the thief, so every day for the Nigerian politician, one day for the Nigerian people. So until Nigerian people wakes up that day, every other day the Nigerian political class, and it means that they will do anything because they know that that day will come. They will do anything to embezzle, to corrupt, and sometimes do anything to stop you from involving yourself in anything that will congregate you and give you this rise to the authority, to the realization of your authority. So it's a whole lot of gimmicks, a whole lot of manipulation, a lot of propaganda. They use tribe, they use religion, they use party affiliations, they interest people with juicy appointments and allocations, all in a bid to try to win them over and mess them up. There is nothing else, so that day do not come, and the day will definitely come. The second point he made there was that we must also begin to put it clear and in very clear terms that there are people that are messing our system. So, and it's unfortunate that there are not sordid lovers of Nigeria because their party is in power, or because the god of a human that they worship is not president, or that there are certain elements. There are people that do not agree with Bola Ahmed Tinubu ideology, but because Nyesom Wike is not president or is not friend to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for them anything Nyesom does. And I have seen a lot of argument, pedestrian, shallow argument in the commentaries of our conversations that seems to look like suddenly there are now some Unsika, some Asukwas who are jumping in comments, defending everything Akpabio does. And you expect to have no, sir. The fact that I say Akpabio is a nuisance doesn't mean that everybody from the state is a nuisance. There should be people with level-headed conversation. And it's unfortunate. It is in this country I'm seeing people say you are biased. What is the definition of being biased? You as a human, have you ever, you as a member of the APC or that believe in anybody in the APC, have you ever agreed that there have been one instance where the APC messed up? Have you? Have you ever agreed that there have been one thing that Bola Ahmed Tinubu done or did, or the government or the policy of government that was done that should not have been done? Have you ever? So how do you expect me? It is us against you. Simple. It is us against you. For me, I still agree that there are things that should not be done. As somebody who is a Nigerian that is bearing the grunt of all of this rubbish, I agree that there's a lot of nonsense that should not be done. I also agree that there are a few things that may have been done right, or maybe would have been done better. But okay, it is permissible. But do you? So what is the definition of bias? So we should begin to tell ourselves the truth. All these nuisance that are in government offices, whether or not they are your father, your mother, your tribal person, we must begin to look at them and call them thieves, that they are criminals, manipulators, enemies of the future of this country, unprogressive or retrogressive element, pulling this country in backyard, driving speed to the wrong direction. These are the things we must spell out. So that's what Jonathan is saying here. Yes, your father did. Not Babangida coming to write a book to gaslight Nigerians and make it sound as if he was one of the players that were inside the field. He was not the major player, he was not the coach. What do you mean? How do you try to tell a story and put it on the man that is dead? So if the rest of the people that were actors with you were not alive, you would have put it on them. You put it on Abacha because you said that who benefited at the end of the day, who benefited of all of those things. You knew what you were doing. And then till today, you still want to, and there are people that are clapping for him. Abacha children are trying to exonerate their father. Somebody yes, and I say, when are we going to agree for once that we are dancing around circles? Who is a thief? Who rigged the election? Who manipulated the election? Who annulled the election? Be clear about it and call them who they are. Thieves, criminals. Don't deceive yourself with all of these theatrics that we are doing. Shenanigans, that's the word. I've heard Jonathan. The day Nigerians are ready, Nigeria will stand. There's a parable in Issachar that says, anytime you wake up is your morning. And until there is a reason to wake up, sleep is always sweet. Nigerians are still sleeping. The day will come that this sleep will end and waking up will become inevitable. That day. And even you that is taking side all of these thieves and criminals in political offices, you too run for your head. You run for your head. I joke not.